Yeah, we're about to go out, take care of this stuff in the field, right? You know, when Dream asked me to do this convention or make a speech, I was kind of like, man, there's going to be a lot of good people talking here. And, you know, how can I give value to these guys, something they can use, you know? I don't want to be like, hey, man, you got to attract the girl, and then after you attracted the girl, yeah, then you got to comfort her or something like that, you know? It's my new Zebra M4 model, right? No, I remember when I was first starting out, the biggest thing for me was like the complete disconnect between the really good guy and then me, who wasn't very good. I just couldn't see, like, these guys would come up here and speak, and I'd be like, damn, man, that guy has it. His game is tight. But like me, I can't see myself doing that. Like, he tells these crazy stories, right? And I'm like, I can't do that. Caveman, man, no. You know, it's scary, right? It's scary going out. And so, you know, I figured I wanted to talk about how you can get a set of like mental habits, a set of, you know, taking action, stuff like that every day that you can apply. That'll help you just, you know, take the stuff that you learn from speakers today, from forums, from books, stuff like that, and then how you can apply it so you actually see results. Because a little background on myself, I found the community, I'm 21 now. I found the community when I was 14. That's a long time, right? It's like 6-7 years. When I was 14, my parents kicked me out of my house, and they sent me to live in France to Dream doesn't like French people. To learn French or whatever. I don't know. They wanted me to become a better person or to grow. And I was 14 at the time. They sent me out, and this is the first time that I went out. I was like, whoa, women, like alcohol, awesome parties, and I was like lights everywhere. It was going crazy, right? And I meet this girl. She's 16, and I fall in love, right? The summer flame. And she's being nice to me, right? And I feel like the pimp of the world because, you know, chick is into me, right? She's saying hi to me. Obviously, she likes me. And I end up going for it, right? I end up making the move, started making out with her. And she's like, oh, yeah, cool. Listen, I got to go, but I'll see you tomorrow, right? Okay? I'm like, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I got this girl. Cool. Like, in my head, I was like, yeah, this is down. And I end up telling everybody that we hooked up, that we made out. Yeah, let me tell you, she wasn't all that into me. She was being friendly to me. We were friends, and I ended up looking like a douchebag in front of everyone. All right. It was pretty painful because I built myself up like, yeah, I'm this like player, awesome. I can get wherever I want, and then all of a sudden, all these people are just like giggling about me behind my back, and I was like, damn, it hurt. Like, it hurt a lot, and that's when I decided, you know what, like having no control over your emotions like this, like somebody else being able to completely crush you on this sort of emotional level, that's complete crap, and I will have none of it. So I go home, and like so many of you guys, I am guessing, I Google, you know, whatever, pickup, good with women, seduction, and I find all this amazing material. I start reading it, and eventually everything just took care of itself, and I got good with women. And do you guys think that's how it actually happened, that I found this stuff and then all of a sudden, poof, I got good with women? No, hell no, that's not how it went down. Oh God, no. I started reading a lot, and it did make all the negative feelings go away because I felt like, oh man, I'm in control of this now. Like, I got this. I know, you know, how women think. I know how it works. That's cool. Yeah, I got this. But yet I didn't have a girl. And I didn't do any approaches. And yeah, I'd sprinkle in some like cocky, funny lines every now and then in school and stuff like that, but that was about as far as I would push it. And yeah, you know, I was 14 all the way through high school. Every now and then, I would get lucky. I got a girlfriend. The girl I lost my virginity to, she was like 23, and I was like 17. Completely the right place at the right time. Like, let me tell you. But that fueled my like raging ego even more. I was like, I can get anybody. I know this stuff. Like, look at the girl I'm with right now. So finally, senior year of high school, right? same thing again. I fall in love with the girl. And this time I know what's up. And to be honest, this time, this girl really did like me. She was into me. And that's what made it so much more painful when I completely blew this whole opportunity with her. All of senior year, basically, I kept going back and forth with her. You know, I would pussy out, then I would go for it in like a real weird way, and it just never worked out. And then I realized, you know what, I hadn't learned anything. All these years, zip, I had nothing to show for it. So finally, I flew back to Europe, you know, Sweden, and for the first time, you know, me and my friend, we would bounce these ideas off each other. We'd be like, yeah, man, did you read this stuff? Yeah, I read that. That's cool, man. We can use that. And then we go play World of Warcraft. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And now everybody here on the field all the time. So I never actually met somebody that knew this stuff. And what ended up happening, you know, my most important purpose in the community was what's a cool name I can have on a forum? Like Dark Thunderbolt Man or something like that. You know, and that's actually, people ask me why zebra, what the hell? At some point I was like, who gives a shit about a name? Let's just pick something. And I looked at it at a advertising sign, there was a zebra there, and I was like, zebra, I'll post on that. I went to Sweden, I went to a pickup summit kind of like this, and for the first time I saw a guy that had this handled. The picture in my head, I was like, that's who I want to be. No more bullshit, none of this. I'm going to take care of this for real this time. You know, you say this a lot to yourself, right? But this time, actually, for whatever reason, you know, it clicked for me. I was like, damn, there it is, right in front of me. I can obtain it. Now I know what it looks like. And I went home and I sat down, and I just realized, damn, I have no idea what to do next. That guy, the really cool guy, I knew what he looked like. I knew I wanted to be him. But I just had no idea what to do. And so, you know, after a lot of trial and error, obviously, anybody that's been through this, I found at least the 3 most important areas for me, and I'm going to share this stuff with you, and then hopefully you guys won't have to rack your brains really finding out about this stuff. And a lot of this stuff I think you probably heard before, but it's the basic stuff that you really have to get done. And until you fix this, nothing else is going to work. So basically, the first thing that I feel is really important to take care of, and I don't want to call this inner game. I don't really think it's inner game. I think I was never a guy that I didn't really have discipline or anything like that. So if I can't take care of other stuff in my life, how can I ever fix this area of my life? So I had to get my shit straight with habits and stuff like that. And the 3 things that you really have to get down is leverage. Leverage on yourself, and I'll explain that in a little bit. The second one is goals, which I'm sure you guys are all excited to hear about, right? And then just getting conscious of all this stuff. So leverage, what is that? You got to know exactly why you want to do this. Why are you here? Why are you out in the field? When you get blown out or when you see a really scary set, why are you going to go into it? What do you want to, do you want to be alone for the rest of your life? Do you want other people having control over your feelings like that? Your emotions being a roller coaster? You got to make it clear why you're in this game or, you know, this field of practice. Why do you want to get good with women? Until you have a crystal clear image in your head what you're moving away from, I think if you're just ambiguous about it, I don't like not having a girl, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this. Until you have a crystal clear image in your head why you want to do this, it's going to be so much harder for you to, you know, achieve your goals or whatever, get the girl, go out into the field, do whatever you have to do to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Because when push comes to pull or whatever, you know, your brain is going to be like, why are you doing this? Just go home, sit down, take a nap. And if you don't have any really good answer to come back with, then you're just going to go home. You're going to give up, right? So get leverage. This is something I found that the guys that really went from shit to the best, they all had leverage on themselves. Remember last year, Dream told us about one of his nights when he just got blown out left and right, and he was like a mental wreck, and he went to the gym and he pumped himself really hard, and he was just destroyed. Well, that's his leverage. You remember that, he had those negative emotions, and he knew fuck that, I don't want to feel this anymore. I got to get this handled.